What is up, party people? Welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to be showing you what hunter subclasses are the absolute best at taking down a bubble titan. In this, we also going to be showing what subclasses just straight up don't do it, which ones would just die, which ones you can take it down, but like it ain't probably not going to work in your favor. And yeah, there should be a decent amount of information in this, and I hope you guys enjoy. So, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So first things first, we have pole dancers. Now, pole dancer, in my opinion, is probably one of the most consistent at taking down bubble, only because all you need to do is land the palm strike inside the bubble on against the titan to kill the titan. Now, it's important you do this in a particular way so you don't potentially get yourself suppressed or baited or something of the sort. You need to land the palm strike inside the actual bubble. So what you want to do is kind of come in all the way down the combo. So by the end of the combo, the palm strike is in the bubble and you can just instantly kill them without too much worry. Now next up we have Barrage. Barrage is fairly decent at destroying the bubble, but you kind of need to get the barrage inside the bubble, which really isn't too much of an issue because if you use the momentum you gain when you pop a super to kind of skate your way in the bubble, you don't got much to worry about. Pretty easy kill. As you see here, you pop it when you're about to hit the bubble and you just kind of win. It destroys the bubble, kills the guy inside, everyone's happy. Now Nado's the same as Barrage, where you need to get the super inside the bubble in order to get the kill. Throwing it outside is literally going to do absolutely nothing for you. But if you get it inside, the Nado will track him and kill him eventually. On to Quiver, Tether. This one's very intriguing. Now, Quiver can kill a Titan inside, but you need to hit them with two of your 2 or potentially 3 Quiver shots. You need to hit them with literally 2 busts of this. If you use Orpheus Rage, you get 3 Tethers instead of 2. So it's useful. Now, what I recommend doing personally is tethering the outside the bubble, then trying to get inside and hit them twice with that like that. Because that way, if you tether the outside, if they leave, they might get tethered from that, and then you might can get a kill. But realistically, honestly, trying to kill them with a tether, really, it's not going to go too well. It's not the best options you have. But like I said, if you want to try it, you need to hit him with 2 of the busts, and in my opinion, tethering the outside first and then trying to get inside to tell him the rest of the way is probably the best way to go. Now this is something I personally found really interesting, and that's Spectral. 4 light attacks will get the kill, or 2 light and 2 heavy will also get the kill. Why I found this really interesting is just because they both require 4 hits, so realistically you could just spam the light attack button and you'll most likely get the kills faster that way. But light attack, light attack, heavy attack will also get you the kill. Obviously heavy attack's more consistent with hit reg and all that, but if you want, you can just spam that sucker away and get the kill like that. Now let's talk about what can at least destroy the bubble. First off, Goldy. Top tree, bottom tree, you need all of your shots to break the bubble. It doesn't matter what tree you're running, you need every single shot to break the bubble. Making it not the most, at least not in my opinion, not the best use of your Goldy. If I'm not mistaken, bubble comes back quicker than Goldy anyway, so I probably don't want to do that. So out of all the hunter supers, Goldy's literally the only one that can actually break the bubble. Nado can't do it. Quiver can't do it. Pole can. If you use your entire super and only hit the bubble, you can break it, but why would you do that? As for everything else, Quiver, like I said, can't do it. No matter, even if you use Orpheus Rigs, you just can't do it. But now we're going to get into some realistic-esque interactions between like the supers and the Titan. So like I mentioned before, with Barrage, you want to slide in and try to get the actual barrage inside the bubble in order to get the kill. What the Titan can do, however, is just jump out the other way if they know what's coming. Like, they could literally just jump the opposite way and not have to deal with that at all. Now, we are going to be getting into the reason why I said earlier Blade Barrage is good normally, because sometimes it does something like this. What the? How?
I'm alive? I go back in.
It didn't even break the bubble.
I feel good.
Next on the list we have Pole Dancer. And like I mentioned before, you need to get the palm attack inside the bubble. The problem is, they're just going to suppress you. They're going to jump out the bubble, leave the bubble, with a suppressor inside waiting for you. So, how do you get around that? Well, you need to bait it out. You need to bait out the suppressor, or just play around, so that you just gotta be patient. Just wait for them to mess up, and you capitalize on their mistake. Alternatively, sometimes they might be rocking Shield Bash. If you see them using Shield Bash, and you see them kind of running towards you, just start swinging. F everything you're doing, just swing. Because they're going to suppress you if you don't. They're going to suppress you. Now we have Quiver, which, and I'm going to be honest with you, most of the time, it's just not going to work. Like, if you get inside cool and tether, that's great, but they most likely ain't going to let you tether them. If they see you coming in, they might just leave the bubble. But if they do try to fight you in there, you might can win it. But realistically, I don't see you using a tether and actually killing them while they're in their bubble. I just don't see that actually being a thing. I'm sorry. It's possible, you can make it happen, that's the purpose of this video, but I just don't see this being a realistic thing to happen. They could just suppress you like that even. Realistically, it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world to do. Now, Nado is interesting because if you do get it inside the bubble, you can essentially make it where the Titan can't use their own bubble. Because the Nado will just get trapped in the bubble. So you can kind of use this as an opportunity to kind of like try to kill them while the Nado's in there. Because again, no one can go inside because they'll die to the Nado. It's a good opportunity. Obviously, if you don't kill them in time, they can just go back into their bubble, but that's fine. Again, the main thing is trying to get inside the bubble so you can just throw your Nado down. That's kind of the issue. Obviously though, if you make it inside the bubble and your Nado somehow goes outside, they can also just kind of come back in their bubble and they'll be safe. So Nado is, while not the worst, also not the best to use. At least not in my opinion against a bubble. On to the supers you should never ever fucking use to try to kill the person inside. Goldy. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't do it. Top tree Goldy requires 3 hits to kill the Titan. Bottom tree, I think, requires 2. Honestly, as you saw that headshot, 523. He lived. Honestly, Goldy, don't try to kill the Titan. If you're going to use your Goldy on the Titan, just pop the bubble. Just pop the bubble. That'll be a much better use of your time. Trying to kill the Titan is literally a waste of everyone's time. Here, I only killed him. I literally only killed him because he was cocky. He got cocky. Only reason why I killed him there is because he got cocky. As you can see, round 2, you know, I'm trying to fake him out, trying to bait some shots. Nope, doesn't matter. I hit him, I think twice. I hit him 2 times right there, and he lived. He lived to tell the tale. Maybe if you have a friend pushing with you or something, maybe you can make something happen here. But honestly, just don't use Goldy. It's probably, well, it's definitely not the worst one to use, but just it's just not it. Now, I wasn't even going to include this in the video, but I figured I may as well. Tether, single shot tether. Just don't do it. Just don't. Do not try to tether the Titan. Don't. I can't even. Don't. if Quiver can't do it, well, Quiver can. But if Quiver can barely do it, single shot Tether can't do it. Just don't do it. You'll look stupid if you do it. Just don't do it. And that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I want to just say I was very surprised just of some of the supers. Like, I don't feel any of the Hunter supers are actually like really solid in killing the Titan. I don't feel like any of them is really solid for it. I feel like the only really decent one was surprisingly Barrage. But the only reason I say that is because pole. I mean, sure you can slide in and get the palm strike in, but like the Titan, they can just suppress you. They can see you coming. They can throw the special outside the bubble. They can do it inside the bubble. They can do a lot of stuff with that suppressor name, right? And I don't know. I just don't think the pole. I mean, while pole is really consistent with it, I don't feel it necessarily was the best amongst them. I feel like Blade Barrage was really reliable with getting in there, getting the kill, and dipping out, despite it being weird sometimes. But I mean, it is what it is. Those are my final thoughts, though. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.